Looking like a wild man. Don't even do anything with the hair anymore. Just let it go all natural. Hey, good morning. It is Tuesday morning as I begin this pre-weather. Don't think we're really supposed to be hit by this massive hurricane that's going to be passing by the coast, but it just looks like hurricane time outside. Definitely looks like it's going to be raining today. Not happy about that. But we do have inside work. And it looks like it's going to be raining for the remainder of the week until Friday. So that pergola painting job is going to be definitely put off for the end of the week. Today we should be doing a brand new drywall job. Yesterday we completed the deck job. I was paid through Venmo, and I was not paid for a service or a purchase, which meant that I paid no fee and my money was right there. So good deal for that. Venmo worked out fine. I just got to remember to tell people who are trying to pay me that way that, you know, you got to pay me not as a purchase, because I'm not a seller and you're not waiting on a product to be received. And you know what's funny is I'm still waiting on that $1,100 or that $1,164 or whatever it was, or $1,064, excuse me. So yeah, brand new drywall job today. Hopefully everything goes good with that. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, just dropping my son off. I got to go get a coffee. I'm dragging ass. Gonna hit the old Dunkin'. Spoiled myself a little bit this morning, and I need Gene to wake up because we got to swap out the van from exterior work to interior work. And that's what we got going on. So this is just a repair. I said it was an 8-foot by 8-foot section. I think that might be a little bit of overkill, but screw it. It'll give us something to do. We should be able to knock this thing out today. So I bid this job at $950. There's no reason why we should not have this job done today. That would be, what, 1, 2, 3 coats of mud plus the texture is how that should go. I feel like there's some in other news and I can't think of what it is right this second. Oh, shit. I almost forgot. So I had a phone call yesterday, a couple of phone calls actually. First starting off with the guy D, which is Banky's homeboy. And he's also becoming somewhat of a constituent of mine as well. You may remember that I was supposed to be doing some social media work for this guy, helping him create his own social media brand and identity. And he's such a busy guy. You remember he had the convenience store, and we did some filming at the convenience store with this guy. Well, he doesn't have the convenience store anymore. He sold the convenience store for a profit, and he said it was just, you know, too much money that he was constantly having to fork out for that. He's moved on to other things, including working on a comedy venue. That's a big thing that he's got going on right this second. Still has his casino, his gaming room, and this guy is just really successful, and you got to be, if you get the opportunity to be connected with a super successful person, you do so, because it's like playing chess. You want to play with somebody who's better than you all the time. So he hits me up yesterday and he's like, hey, look, sorry I haven't been in contact with you. I've been super busy. And I'm like, look, no big deal. Whatever you got going on, if you need me, I'm there. So he tells me he's got this guy that he wants to introduce. He feels like this guy could be a powerhouse, not really a prison story or anything like that, but just an interesting individual. So we end up having a 3-way call, the three of us. And probably Thursday, I'll be doing some production work. And that's a paid thing that I do whenever I do something like that. I'm going to hit the old Dunkaroo, get the coffee, and hopefully wake Gene's ass up, because we got to be on this new drywall job at 9:30. And again, should be a job that we're able to bust out in just a day. I also need to try to find some more work prospects. I don't know if I shared with you guys or not. Did I tell you about the potential customer I had that cussed me out. I think I shared that on a live stream. Let me get my coffee and I'll tell you that story. Got my coffee. Got some sort of a wrap from Dunkin' Donuts. I'll probably live to regret that. Their food is usually ass. Not ever been a fan of Dunkin' Donuts food. But yeah, so let me tell you this crazy story. This happened over the weekend. I had a guy who was reaching out for some odd jobs. Actually started talking about this first on a live stream that I did on Friday. Guy reached out during that live stream. He was looking for a closet rod to be reattached and a air filter to be changed in an AC. Dude was probably hella sus, probably looking for a little bit extra, like, hey, can I purchase those drawers that you're wearing as well too? Now, I got a little bit of flack for mentioning my minimum in yesterday's video, or a video 2 days ago, where I said, you know, we've got a minimum of $150. And that's just for like 1 hour's worth of work. You know, if it's roughly like an hour or two, it's a $150 minimum. And if it's a full day, then it's a $500 minimum. And somebody said, you know, I'm out of my mind. I'm not worth $150 an hour. It's not about that. It's not about me feeling like I'm worth that. It has to be worth my time. Okay? If I've got to drive somewhere and do a job and, you know, it's just some little odds and ends, it's $150. It's just what it is. So that's what this job was going to be. I never had a chance to tell the guy. I wanted to go see it. And I'm going to be honest, I wanted to go see it for selfish reasons. Look, I figured he would never go for the mandatory minimum price anyways, but it wasn't about that. I was hoping the situation was going to be hella sus, and I was able to film it, which brings up another point. I really need to get me those Ray-Ban Metas. Now, I've got me a pair of spy glasses, but the camera quality ain't all that great. Sorry, I had a call coming in. I thought it was my guy, Gene. It was probably a bill collector. I've got a bill that I really need to pay that was set up on auto pay for 3 months, and then it wasn't, and I don't know why the hell the damn thing just don't stay on auto pay. But anyway, so I wanted to go see this job for selfish reasons, because I felt like, hey, if I go over there and I look at this and I film it, you know, maybe Buddy's with the bullshit. You know, he's trying to grab the guilt, or whatever you call that thing, the gulag. What do you call it? It would have made for video content, right? So I was supposed to go over there, I think, on Saturday. Ended up tied up. I wasn't able to get over there on Saturday. So I told him, I was like, hey, look, Saturday doesn't work. Sunday I can come over there and take a look at this thing. Now, I'm with my family at this point. Okay, it's family time on the weekend, so I'm not even going to film this. So now I'm, you know, way less interested in going over here. But he sends me the address. I don't realize it till I get there, but the address is a freaking apartment complex. Now, ironically, this apartment complex is a complex where I did some work at when I was that project manager. Actually, I didn't even do any work out there. I just went and looked at some work. So I get out there, and Buddy tells me it's apartment 4. Man, there's no apartment 4 out here. All the apartments are like 4 numbers, like 5602 and things like that. So I hit him up and I'm like, yo, I'm here. I don't see an apartment 4. After about 5 minutes, I leave. I'm like, you know what? Screw this. This is an apartment. This guy should just get his maintenance man to take care of this. And 10 minutes later, he would text me and say, if you're at the apartments, you're at the wrong place. It's across the street from the apartments. And I went to the address that the guy sent me. And then he didn't hit me up for 10 minutes. And I was already gone. So I hit him back and I'm like, hey, look, I already left. I said, I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you with this. Thank you. Man, this guy hits me back and he is furious. He said, you're going to leave because I didn't respond for 2 minutes? He was like, you're a piece of shit and I'm going to leave you a bunch of horrible reviews. And I'm just like, man, what the world? I didn't even respond to this. You know, clearly this was probably a customer that I did not want to have to deal with. He might have cussed me out on the spot when I told him that 150. But can't make everybody happy. That's the moral of the story right there. It's 8:13 in the morning. I got to be at this job by 9:30. We need the van to be prepared. I'm not even going to go get any materials right this second, because I don't know if it's going to be better to use 1/2-inch drywall or 5/8 in this ceiling, considering the fact that there's going to be, you know, it's a plaster ceiling. But the Lowe's is literally right around the corner from this job. So I sure hope Gene wakes his ass up. Yesterday was a gravy day. And, you know, for whatever reason, I'm dragging ass this morning. So I got to imagine that Gene probably is as well. Let me take a look at this breakfast wrap that I got. Man, dog, this is what y'all give me? This is the breakfast wrap? I bet you this thing ain't shit. Oh, God. Oh. Oh. Oh, this is ass. Some kind of freaking sauce on it. It's got snack and bacon on it, which is terrible. And their hash browns, which are terrible. Oh. This is just all the way around the board, not good. But I gotta eat it, because I paid for it. Yep. Don't get better on the second bite neither. That is trash. Dunkin' Donuts, you need a new chef. Hey there. Still in the truck. Well, back in the truck actually. All right, ran to the house, took care of a couple of bureaucratic situations, clerical situations, what do you call it? Office things I needed to do. 8:48 in the morning, I've talked to Gene. Gene's gonna be on his way. He's gonna meet me at this job at 9:30. I'm gonna hit Lowe's real quick just to grab paper, maybe some mud, and tape. That way we can start to Dexter this thing off and get ready to rock and roll on this job. This should be hopefully not too bad. My hope is, again, to get this thing done in one day, and we'll see. So Gene's not going to be available tomorrow and what's tomorrow? Wednesday and Thursday, and we're going to have rain for those 2 days. So I think I'm going to put on, at least for Thursday, getting up with the guy D to do the filming work, and then maybe tomorrow I'll just reserve that for either a job that I can go do by myself or video work. Because man, oh man, am I behind? Yeah, I'm behind. I'm behind quite a bit. I think to myself, you know, after prison show, what's going on over there? And man, all I want to share over there is drama. I want to continue to go in on Byron. Who names their kid Byron? Such a weird, you can't never trust anybody with a name like Byron. It's too close to Byran, and that's too close to Iran. So you got to just really, yeah. I would like to do some haterade shit over on After Prison Show. I've been so far out of the loop, man. So I saw, like, in passing, and I wasn't even paying any attention to it. Like, I was scrolling TikTok probably, and I saw a JD Delay video, and he was like, "Why I didn't do Mr. Beast?" And I was like, "Yeah, screw this. I don't care what he's talking about." But then I saw that Ian Bick just did this 100-day thing for fucking Mr. Beast, where he made $500,000 to be locked in a cage with a cop or some dumb shit like that. And I'm like, man, $500,000? I'm out here freaking struggling from the bottom up. And I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, my goal is, like anybody else, to build something back after so many setbacks and failures and losses and just lessons. And then to be successful in that, which would be me out here doing work and chronicling it through Joe Does Stuff. And then anytime anybody ever mentions After Prison Show, it's just a sore, touchy subject. I don't want to talk about that. That was one of my biggest failures ever. Quite frankly, it was. But nonetheless, we got a drywall job to do today, and it's my hope, if Ian Bick made $500,000, well, maybe I can make 500 busting my ass today. Let's hit Lowe's up for the first time today. What I didn't share with you was yesterday I had to go to Lowe's once and then a hardware store trying to find deck screws. Crazy shit. Leaving from Lowe's. $150 on materials. I ain't even got drywall yet. Son of a gun. $950 drywall job. Got to get it done today. $200 in labor. That's looking out for Gene if we can bust this thing out today. And $200 in materials. And I'll make $550. But for the love of God, shit is not cheap. So let's do the Lowe's haul real quick. More mesh tape. We like to use that for repair work especially. We got 2 bags of mud, 45 and 20. Plus we got some bucket mud on the van. We got the paper. This is the cheapest good paper for protecting floors. That shit's about 20 bucks. Some tape. I would normally get this from Sherwin-Williams, but I owe them a lot of money right now. So we got the tape. I had to get pencils because we can't never find a pencil. I had to get drywall screws because we're completely out of those. I got some long ones just because I got no idea what we're up against. And then I had to get blades. And this is what killed me right here. Man, this 3-pack of blades was damn near $50. I usually get the Chinese blades from TikTok where you get like 20 blades for 20 bucks. Problem with those is though, them shits, they don't hold up at all. So I guess if you want the good blades, you got to pay for them, and we'll see how those hold up because I know we're going to be cutting through plaster, and plaster is not a friend. Plaster is not a friend to these blades. All right, let's get loaded up and get to the job. All right, up in the drywall repair job, and we are starting to get dextered off. There's our repair. Here is our prep. So we're building our booth. Already plasticed off this wall. We'll plastic off this fan. Them things look crazy, don't they? That's wild. Whew. So we're assuming it's probably gonna be about a 8 by 8 foot area. 8 feet out that way, 8 feet in length. But we won't know until we open this guy up what we're up against.
I'm gonna start getting the big guy unraveled. Yeah, I didn't know it was up there. I'm sorry. I'm gonna set her here by the bucket, Joe.
Yeah, we should be good with that. Here you go. You about to see.
Oh, that. Okay. You need the cutter or anything?
I want to just start pulling some shit because it's going to just start going.
Oh, good.
See what we're up against. Here you go. Oh boy.
What?
Well, this is an interesting situation. It's not drywall.
Plaster.
It's not plaster. I mean, well, it's plaster on top, but it's damn the wood board.
Oh, wow.
Huh. That will be interesting.
No, we'll just measure. Be happy.
And it looks like it's some drywall over here, right?
Well, it looks like it's just plaster over that stuff. It looks like it's about a ½ inch thick. Maybe we'll measure it. See what they got.
Yeah. Son of a gun. All right.
We just have to get whatever size drywall that they got.
Yeah, so I will start to cut.
Maybe we don't do as much as we were going to. Let's go to what we needed, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, exactly. Which is
It's a nightmare.
insane to think.
Yeah.
I could have swore it was gonna be plaster up here. All right, well, we can actually start to cut this now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna square it off.
Yep, and we'll just come and pull it. Yep. All right.
We'll do a medium square first.
All right. See what we got.
Yep, exactly. Well, the good news is it won't be as dusty. All right, here are the brand new blades. I need the T-square. I think we'll go to the same right here. So, let's go to this spot. That's simple. That's simple. Good. Oh, buddy. Here. It's okay. Bueno. Ya, va, va. Over here. Oh, jeez. Yes, I do. Holes are filled. Now we're ready to do our first run of mud.
Beautiful.
So we will come out a little bit further out this way, but just a little bit.
Oh, good. Then that should be good for my float.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, and then once we do the texture, we'll come out even further, just a little bit further. So let's see how this guy goes.
Yeah, I got my thing. I'll get everything off of this ladder.
All right.
Another ladder.
Oh,
I'm just
yeah.
gonna let you roll the whole thing out, and then I'll skim it. What do you think? Or you want me to go behind you like last time?
Yeah, let me get ahead of you.
Oh, without a doubt.
Because I'm trying to put it on there heavy.
Yeah, that way when I smooth it, it smooths, it fills in everything. I got it. And this shit ain't gonna taste good. This shit don't set up quick, so we're good.
It will set up though.
Well, yeah, like we found that out when we did that last one. Remember that? That shit set up pretty quick.
Shout out to the bucket lasting.
That was my fault. I should do what you think. It rolls in the face. Alright, I'm gonna need this to scrape off.
And you know, definitely float it, Gene. Cause like right in here, see I'm trying to build it up?
Yeah.
So these heavy spots are where air is definitely gonna be needed at.
Okay, so that's where it don't press too hard.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then that first one, since it's heavy right there, I'm gonna go this way with it, then I'll come back that way with the rest. What do you think?
Just whatever works best. I think you're working. Yeah. I just want to get out.
What are you thinking?
Looks good.
Okay. Yeah, I like this float.
So what we can do is we can start getting some air on it, let it tack up, and then we can address these little crazy spots. We'll just hit, yeah, we'll just touch those, and then we're gonna be ready.
All right, so
Take out my knife and
flatten that out.
yeah.
All right, we can make one. You got one in here, a bigger one? Or the outside?
They're probably all outside. We also need to get I think that guy.
Mess real quick. Before we put the pan on it. Where is my broom?
Dustpan's right here.
The broom, yeah, there's the broom in the corner.
Yeah, that's a relatively light coat, so I think that that'll set up pretty quick.
I'm thinking.
All right, I'm gonna let you take care of this, Gene. I'm gonna run to Lowe's, go grab that sponge. Here, you want me to take this plastic down?
Yeah, please. I'll get this back wall right here.
Well,
I'll keep the back wall.
yeah.
We want this guy up like that, huh?
I'd go up even higher.
Huh?
Put it on top of this top step.
These are gonna.
Yeah, it'll stay up there.
All right, let's move back in here. That's nice. I love this one. It's high up off the ground.
Well, ain't that about a bitch?
What? What happened?
You just blew some dust up there.
That's all right. Come out the next coat.
Man.
Get out the picture off.
.4:19 in the afternoon, and we are done out of there. And just to be completely honest with you, I'm not 100% satisfied with how we did out there in terms of final product. I feel like we did about a 95 out there, but it's not a 100. And man, I was going for a 100, but when you're trying to hurry up and get the shit done in a day, anytime that you're going fast, it's gonna be, it might not come out perfect. It came out, for going as fast as we did, to get what I consider to be a 95, and I might be pushing it, it might only be a 90 in terms of how good the finished product is and where the issues are. Let me go ahead and address those. I should have wet sanded. There was some wet sanding that I should have done, and I didn't not do it to cut corners. I thought that by the time I put that swirl in there, it would have taken care of it and gotten rid of it. And it did a little bit, but not everywhere. By the time it's all dried and, you know, it's completely white like the rest of the ceiling, it's gonna look damn good. It'll have a few little slight imperfections in it, and you know, that's not what I was going for, but let me tell you this, the homeowner was super happy with everything, and I'm just giving it to y'all as real as possible. I don't be trying to fake about it. If it ain't the greatest, I'm gonna wear that. The swirl was, it was a lot. Not the swirl itself, the swirl was easy as shit. The amount of plaster that we had to compensate for, you had a 1/2 inch freaking particle board, ceiling board, and then you had at least a 1/4 inch of plaster that we were trying to compensate for. 4 coats of mud is what went on that ceiling. So we certainly didn't do no half stepping, but I just wish I would have wet sanded those edges. There were a few edges that definitely were in need of the wet sanding. But the homeowner was super happy, super awesome guy, man. He's got so much work for us. He wants us to redo an entire bathroom of his and turn this bathroom into, he wants to get rid of a stand-up shower and put a bathtub in there, but he's only got 47 inches of length, and a tub is, I think, 60 inches or close to 60. And then he was showing me another bathroom that's down in some addition, and that he said that we could knock the wall out of and get rid of and, you know, make a bathtub down there. And I'm just like, holy shit, man. Now you're talking about some permit type work that if we ever did it, I could never film it. But I don't think that we could do it. Not that we couldn't do it per se, but man, that's a freaking can of worms right there that you know, you bring in a real deal person to try to do something like that, you're gonna spend over $20,000 to get a job like that done. Me, I'm coming in at like 6,000, and that's gonna be way too high. But I'm proud of the work that we put in. You know, we're always trying to do the very best that we can, and busting ass is what we're doing. Made me a cool 500 bucks profit for today. I think it was like 550 in profit. I got paid in cash. That is awesome. And yeah, man, we've done a lot of jobs, you know, in this short amount of time. Not really a lot of jobs, but we've done like 4 or 5 jobs. Don't got nothing for tomorrow. Don't got nothing for Thursday. Thursday's gonna be a filming day. And then Friday, I'm gonna put on a pergola painting job. Ugh. But we got flooding conditions and I'm hydroplaning, and I think this is a hurricane. Oh yeah, I better be careful. All right, folks. Ain't gonna do no storm chasing here today. Gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Appreciate y'all taking the time to rock with me on this. Hope you found some interest in this. Charged $950 for that ceiling repair. Too much or too little? You let me know. Until next time, take care.